Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the AFR Tier 1 stream. This is week 11. We are at Austria. I'm Psycho, and with me tonight is Jacob.
Good evening, everyone.
So, we've had a couple of changes.
A couple. Most notably, people will notice that, I don't know if we're showing the lobby yet or not, but there's a few drivers that have left. Ali is shouting my name in the chat. Hello, Ali, yes. But we've had a couple of mix-arounds because we no longer have Revo, Mikau, or Shrimp in the league.
Yeah, we've had a few guys retire. And I'm a little bit better prepared this week than I usually am, so I've actually got the standings for us to have a look at. So I'm just displaying those now. So Revo in first, Mikau in second, as to be expected. But with those guys out, there'll be a couple more points up for grabs, and a few people can move up a couple of positions. So hopefully we'll see some good battles for the lead.
Yeah, only 2 race winners throughout the whole season, Revo and Mikau, so guaranteed new race winner this weekend. I'm really excited to see who will get it.
That's actually a good point. All eyes will probably be on either Matt Dabry or Potsy, to be honest.
Yeah, Matt's been showing a lot of pace. He did say he was really nervous going into this week, and Austria, I don't know, it'll be a bit of a train fest, but we'll see what happens during the race. Band is saying there's going to be rain at the end, so hopefully that does play to the winning driver's advantage, whoever that may be.
So Ali reckons Big L for the win. He's got a good shot. He's been performing pretty well. As you can see, he's no stranger to the podium.
Oh, we've got people on laps. we should probably show that.
Yeah. Let's cut over to the game. We should just about be ready for the first lap, so as Matt Dabry immediately invalidates.
Going to see a lot of that. Very easy to sort of try and get a bit too much of the trick around here.
Turn one will get you. I'm on board with PTR at the moment. So he's cruising around for his first. Ali's got money on Hobbsy bidding at lap 2. So yeah, on board with PTR at the moment. He's going for his first hot lap as Pepsi puts in a 4.2. Not a bad time.
Benchmark, bit of a banker lap, I suppose.
And Big L comes in with a 3.8. Geordie with a 3.3. I was gonna put my money on Pole being around a 3.1, but it might be a 2.9 at this rate.
It's a very good lap, to be fair. And Geordie, worth noting, is on controller. Pretty easy to have a bit more pace in this game on the controller compared to wheel, although he's got other fast drivers in this lobby, obviously, so we'll see how their lap times compare as PTR does back out of this lap.
So 6 God poppin'. Shrimp has decided to leave the league, but he was served with, was it a race ban?
So we decided to disqualify him in the end from the race, and we decided that a race ban at the very minimum for the next race if he was going to be in it. But obviously he's left, so none of that exactly applies now. But yeah, it's kind of sad. But we move on, I suppose, and
exactly. So, oh man, Geordie's had quite a time. It's going to be difficult to beat.
Geordie's got really good quali pace. Like every weekend, he's had really good quali pace.
Yeah.
But it's just the result. He never seems to follow up on. But I think he got a podium last weekend, which was awesome.
He did. He's got some pace. If you can keep it together and if you can keep the penalties down.
In our professional opinion, is we're faster than him. He has the pace, yeah. Wahid, hello! McLaren.
Oh, 3.3 as well. And FIBA coming in with a 3.7. Pretty solid times from the guys in Tier 1. So I'm on board with Matt Dabry as he gets ready for his second attempt. So he's got some fresh softs on, and just coming around the second to last corner now. So we'll see what he can do.
Coming around turn 10 now. The starter's flying lap. DRS before the line. And he got second here last time. He's had another second place as well this season. It's the winter.
Yeah.
He'll take a lot of curb on the inside at turn 1, but not too much, obviously. Coming up to the left-hand kink that is turn 2, although debatable. Just if you want to call it a turn.
I'd definitely argue that point.
Well, some maps actually have it depicted as 8 corners and some have 10. It's a bit weird, but we'll pretend there's 10. I don't know.
He got a very good exit out of turn 3.
Indeed, coming for 4 now. Little lockup. Sometimes the game can show it as a client-side sort of lockup. Maybe he didn't lock up on his end.
Well,
So,
now that you said that, I didn't actually see a lockup on my end.
oh, there you go. That proves it. There you go. Turn 8 now.
Tidy so far.
Yeah, with the twitchy coming out of 8, but wouldn't really harm him, I suppose.
Well, this is at least going to be like a 3-5, at least.
This is really quick. Yep,
3-2.
3-2.
Matt Dabry or provisional pole on his second lap. So still obviously quite a bit of time on the clock. The left time to answer that. Now, interestingly enough, T-Mac and Combined both setting their times on medium tyres.
Interesting.
This track isn't too hard on tyre wear. I'm fairly certain the strategy is a soft hard.
Yeah.
Soft medium, I think, is doable in theory, as the two Red Bulls give each other a nice little tow. Red Panda gets a good tow off the back of Matt Dabry. Let's jump down
Teamwork
to him.
makes the dream work, yeah.
Let's see what sort of damage he can do on the timing charts.
It's a bit funny. You'd think that they would at least save a medium set just in case, perhaps, or maybe run 4 sets of softs and save some more soft sets, but if they want to use it, I suppose, fair enough.
See what the Panda can do to himself. Using absolutely all the track in that second to last corner, and invalidates on the last turn. No,
3-3 as well. He probably gained one because of that. I think it was on more like a 3-5, but yeah.
That would have put him squarely in 4th place. Oh, he'd be kicking himself. As we say that though, Big Al punts into 3-5. And I didn't see Potsy. Potsy put in the 3-7.
Yeah, lap times are going to be very close around here. I think it's probably the shortest lap time, I think, in F1.
Oh, FIBA coming in with a 3-1.
Oh, we have a couple of reserves as well. So Charlie is in the Haas today, and we have Hobbsy. He last time he raced, he was reserving for Tier 2.
Yep.
Whether he subbed him for Tier 1 in the Ferrari. Peter, obviously, PTR in the Alpha. I think he's got a full-time drive there now, taking over from Revo and Shrimp, obviously. There's no second... Oh, Fever as well, sorry, Fever in the other car.
So, yeah, speaking of Fever, he's a weird driver. So, he's got immense pace. He's super, super quick. He can definitely kick it with Matt Dabry and Geordie and Potsy and those guys at the very front of the league, but he's just had really bad luck so far in Tier 1. I mean, ever since he joined Tier 1 full-time, that was Azerbaijan, so
yeah.
Baku he got 12th place, then Canada gets a 4th, and France he gets 11th again.
That's funny, because he raced in Vietnam way back, and he got 6th place there, which is a really good showing. So he's been unlucky for a couple of races for sure.
Yeah. Now, Bandcamp in chat reminding us that drivers are actually, in fact, required to obey the pit entry line. I can definitely get behind that 100%, considering that's the reason I got taken out last week.
I shouldn't laugh, but anyway, that lines up before turn 9.
If I didn't get taken out, that would have been the move of the week. Double overtake into the last chicane of Canada.
Oh, we'd love to see it. Not you getting taken out, of course, but, you know.
It was either going to be the fail of the week or the highlight of the week. One of the two. So, again, there's a bit of a tow action going on here between Red Panda and Matt Dabry. Red Panda towing from Matt this time, gets out of the way absolutely perfectly, nails the tow. Coming down straight after turn 1, up the hill. So, I unfortunately didn't catch a sector time.
Oh, damn it, I was phased out, yeah. I'm sure it's quick, but he's a bit squirrely there out of turn 4.
Yeah.
And he just put a 3.2 as well, ahead of Matt.
Good time, Wahid.
3.5, and I'll just point out the pitting line is Matt. It's very sadly. He's just coming across it now, so they've got to obey that line, stick to the right if they're going to pit. He's a bit late, but it's qualifying.
Just invalidates. Again, these Red Bull drivers would be kicking themselves.
Panda will be on a lap though, and he's yet to set one.
Yeah, he'll be under some pressure, trying to get a lap in. Now, a couple of guys actually, both Panda, Charlie, Band, and Hobbsy all haven't actually set a lap yet, and they don't have much time left. In saying that, I've noticed sometimes, more often than not, the qualifying clock is completely wrong for us compared to the drivers.
Yep. They'll probably have 2 runs if we are looking at a time desync between us and the drivers. So.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm on board with Big Al, see what he can do. Also just keeping an eye on Red Panda to see what he does coming through. Andy, I need to stop looking at people.
Commentators curse or something? Don't look at drivers, we're just going to look at the standing for the whole stream. Yeah.
Every time I look at a driver, he immediately validates.
It's unfortunate, but Big Al does have time for another run, so I'm sure he'll put together something.
Yeah, I fully expect him to come out and do some damage. So Panda puts in a 3.7. It's not a bad time.
Both Williams drivers have disconnected and reconnected, so hopefully they're going okay.
That is a little unfortunate. They seem to be having some technical issues. So, is that a... Nah, I don't think Gus impeded Foxy. No, Foxy's on outlap, that's alright.
Charlie's about to finish a flying lap here.
Charlie. Let's jump down with him.
A couple of cars ahead of him, they shouldn't affect him though.
No, not at that distance. They should actually give him a nice little toe. Oh, Charlie!
Hello, nasty, you're 209. Look at that 102.9.
Words are hard, it's okay.
I'm sorry, I was so excited by the sheer lap time that he's just put out.
That's impressive, that's a very impressive time. A 2.9, it's super quick.
The track may have grouped up a little since the past lap times, but still, it's a great lap.
Yeah, very impressive.
How are we going told you? What a bold call, and what... I mean, there's still 5 minutes left or thereabouts, but still, that's a great lap time.
Hobbsy is still in the pit.
Is Hobbsy doing a Seb? This is what Seb would always do. He'd just sit in the pits, and then go out, do a run, get pole, and everyone would be happy. And we haven't seen Hobbsy's face in a while, let's put it that way.
Fib was on a lap for a second. It's how fast he shot up to turn 3. Not quite though.
A lot of people on laps actually.
Yeah, there are a few. Most in the pits, so they're probably getting ready for their last lap.
Matt's about to cross the line, a little bit wide going into turn 10. He still improves.
He does. Puts himself back in second place, so drops Fever down a little bit.
Loaded. Has joined, sorry.
Charlie pointing out his first lap was a 2.6 and his wheel fell off.
Oh no. I'm assuming he means real life wheel and not in-game wheel, because he's still in the session.
I do doubt he pulled a Kimi Räikkönen.
Well, but he's got pace here, that's for sure. And I'm sure other drivers have similar tales. There always seems to be one or two. After the race, we'd always check the text channels in our Discord, and there's always a few people saying, "Oh, I had this lap and then this happened." Stuff we don't know in the stream necessarily. There's always another story.
Now, I think they're gonna the Red Bull guys are gonna try again. So it looks like I could be completely wrong, and Matt Dabra could just be pitting. No, he's not.
He won't be getting.
No,
he is.
Okay.
That's a bit confusing, but I'm sure it was for them as well.
I don't think they meant to do that. I think something went wrong.
Also, so I just want to point out the significance of this. So Lotus has not raced for 6 weeks.
He hasn't raced since Vietnam, has he?
Nope, that's 6 weeks. Yeah, or 7 this week.
Yeah.
So
Good to see what
Lotus is back.
Yeah. Obviously, he's out for his. He's out on an out lap. He's going to get one lap in.
Woohoo! I called that part.
You did.
Don't know about the pole part, but I'm sure it'll put together something.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong. Prove me right, actually, Bobsy.
Okay, so Hobbsy's on an out lap. I might jump on with him in that Ferrari and see what he can do.
Haven't seen him since Spain, I think, in Tier 2.
Well,
it's been a while.
He hasn't raced in Tier 1. I don't know when the last time he raced in. Well, in Spain, in Tier 2, I think he got 2nd place.
That's right, he was pretty high up. And he had a show in China as well. Retired from that one. But here he comes on his outlet.
Alright, DRS open. He's using all of his ERS as well.
Well, that's too much. Oh no, he was slow enough there to not get an invalidation.
Yeah, but that is going to cost him quite a bit of time.
Yeah. He just want to get a lap in at this point, though. Panda retires. He's in 7th right now.
Bit of a silly spot to retire.
Bit too early on the throttle. Had to sort of counter steer there to correct the car.
Geordie on a 2.9.
Yeah.
Provisional pole for Geordie.
Looks like Hobbsy's sort of fighting to really get some speed out of this car. And saying that, last couple of turns looking pretty good.
Yeah, his second sector looks a bit scrappy, but third is looking kind of tidy so far.
And this is a competitive lap time for sure.
Yeah, that's puts him in a 3.8.
This is his first showing in Tier 1, and you know, he's in there.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. It's not too bad. Someone just shot up. Was that Matsoy?
Yes, 7th place, 103.3.
Yeah.
Lotus, on his one flying lap, he looks like he's invalidated. Don't know if he'll have time to get another in, we'll see. As the timing does go down for us. We'll go for the checkered flags on the right hand side.
We'll have to keep an eye on it and see what happens. So a couple of guys just starting their last laps now. I think there's a Red Bull and McLaren that's... Oh, no, Lotus is off the track. He's
retires. Yeah, he's in enough time. Geordie's done, didn't improve. Potsy's done, 103.5 is 11th. Gus Rills has finished in 14th with a 103.8.
What is this car doing?
Oh, he retired on track, but he's out of the way. Charlie comes across. 102.8, hello.
That's actually quite impressive by Charlie.
Matt's up by 200ths in the first sector. I'm keeping an eye on Fever right now as he comes through sector 2.
Yeah, I think combined invalidated.
Fever's up 1/10th, so he's on pace potentially for a 102. Matt has just gone down 600ths. Although Matt's last sector was a bit...
that's invalid.
Fever invalidates. And Matt goes a little bit... sort of had a little bit of understeer going in.
Fever decides to just retire the car in the most violent way possible.
That was very close to his past lap time, Matt, but I don't think he moves places if he does stay third.
Yeah, so congratulations to Charlie for the pole.
Well deserved, actually.
102.8, very good lap. All the guys, to be honest, that's very solid times across the board. So, obviously only Charlie and Jordan in the 102s, but in the 103s, within a 1 second gap, we have
most of the field.
Most of the field is within a 1 second gap.
PTR not really setting a decent enough lap time, just sort of more invalidations, I think, than anything else. And Lotus not having enough time to set another lap after invalidating his one and only run.
PTR went for a lap, and then I did notice he sort of, after the last corner, he backed out of it.
Yeah, I did spot that as well. I wasn't sure why.
He's probably kicking himself now for backing out of it. So anyway, that's going to come back to bite him. Well, that has come back to bite him. So for the race, what do you predict?
Rain towards the end. So we might see people kick on the hards straight away, probably.
I reckon the back of the field, starting from 11th going back, I think they'd, depending on when the rain's coming, like I know if it says like 45 minutes plus-ish, there's a decent chance it's not going to rain. But if it's any earlier than that, then it probably will rain towards the end. So I reckon anyone starting from 11th and up is they're probably going to put the hards on.
Yeah, you can't really rely on a safety car here. It is Austria. I mean, big accidents don't necessarily happen too often here, in all honesty. There's only 10 corners.
And the barriers aren't that close.
No. But
if you're going to hit a barrier, it's usually going to be at turn 3 on the inside of the curb.
That's true. We should see some exciting racing nonetheless, and if there is a safety car at all, then that will throw a spanner in the works for these soft runners who will have to do an additional pit stop compared to the hard runners, potentially.
Let's get...
However, we've managed to get it totally wrong, apparently.
Apparently we know nothing, and we have got no idea what we're talking about.
Well, maybe they don't, I don't know. I like that one.
So, yeah,
a lot of mediums.
A lot of mediums and some softs as well. Everyone outside the top 10 has decided to mix it up. So we have Potsy on the mediums, Hobbsy, Gus and Band also on the mediums, and then T-Mac, PTR and Lotus on the softs.
Potsy and T-Mac running different compounds slightly makes sense. They're splitting up their tyre strategies, no double stacking, that's fine. So, soft, medium, very high in tyre wear, yep, exactly. I think Psycho mentioned earlier on.
Yeah, as far as I was aware, I think soft hard is the way to go.
People might be trying medium to hard, but there's rain towards the end for those who are unaware, so don't know if that would play in. Like it may not come again, it may not come in a reasonable amount of time.
They could all just be banking on a safety car.
So I'm sure the master plan will unfold as they come around the last couple of turns now. I would have started hards personally. See, we know something. We know something in this com box.
Do we?
Well, I called hards.
Fair enough.
I know something.
Fair enough. Well, as long as one of us has some idea what we're talking about. So, everyone's lining up on the grid after the formation lap for the start of the race. Now, as always, the lights are glitched out, so we'll just have to... Oh, see, thank you, Revo, validating my idea there. He would have started hards.
AWS also showing their soft, medium, soft to hard as we go, as we underway.
Yeah, so it looks like the Red Bull getting a pretty good start, but it's getting blocked off, so he tries the outside line as the Charlie seems to have gotten away pretty cleanly. Looks like I see some end plates flying. That's a Ferrari Lotus is having some trouble down the back there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened.
Bit of a squabble into turn 2. That McLaren, Geordie looking up the inside of Charlie already, side by side with
Red Panda's also lost one as well.
Yeah, so Geordie and Madabri pretty much wheel to wheel at the moment, with FIBA following just behind. Looks like Matt's going to inch out ahead of him.
Potsy's made 2 spots, he's just gone up on Panda, and TMX made a move on Peter for 11th, although Peter comes back, sorry. Gus seems to have made a moment as well.
Red Panda's losing a couple of positions. He's lost 2 now. I think he's missing an end plate.
He is. Yes, he was trying to force free wide with one of the racing points, and I think AFR, not sure though.
Yeah, okay, that's going to cost him as he's pitting. Him and Hobbsy him and Lotus are both pitting, I think.
Lotus is out.
Wrong. No, okay, sorry. I thought there was a Ferrari on his tail. So Hobbsy and Bandcamp going side by side into turn 1.
They
make a bit of contact, spinning. Oh! He's in the wall. Matzoid spun, and who else? Hobbsy?
Lotus.
Okay, Matzoid and Lotus both spun. I didn't see what happened to Matzoid.
Lotus went on his own, it looked like.
Okay, I missed that too. I'm just going to jump up to Pepsi now as Pepsi and... Okay, he was pretty close to FIBA, but it looked like he might have made a bit of a mistake coming out of turn 3.
Charlie first, Matt second, Geordie third, FIBA fourth, Apollo Pepsi up in 5th, and Lahid in 6th, and the Williams boys up in 9th. From 11th and 12th, that's pretty good.
So Potsy and T-Mac both making 3 positions in the first lap. PTR making 5. Bandcamp also going up 3 positions.
A big train starting, and DRS is now going to be online after this first turn as Charlie's fastest lap.
Yeah, I think we're about to have a bit of a train situation going on.
It always happens, even like multiplayer lobbies, like the 5 lappers, you always get this train, and then it just ends up being a little bit boring, to be honest.
Makes it hard for the guys in the back to catch up.
Yeah, band downwards, they're going to be struggling, and everybody else. And Potsy's in a good spot here in the mediums, if he can just stay in the train.
Ooh, bit of contact there. Pepsi hitting the back of Feber, but Feber is looking like a move on Geordie. Wahid as well. Oh yeah, okay. So Geordie maintains that position, Pepsi maintains that position. Both attacks failing for now.
We're going to be seeing a lot of that this race, don't worry.
A good squabble in the midfield there. So Potsy actually really impressive on the mediums, making up 2 positions straight away.
And sticking in the train as well. He doesn't seem to be slow.
Yeah, no, he's in a really good position here because these soft runners, I don't think are going to be able to go past lap 9, maybe 10 on those tyres.
I would not know.
That would be from my trial and error. I think lap 10, maybe 11 is the furthest I push the softs. So Pepsi looking to make a move on. No, not quite.
And also, Charlie and Matt seem to have just run away a little bit. Geordie's not in DRS of them, so it's from 3rd down to 11th, where this big train is. Big Al Mahid
and Big Al.
Well, is he still fighting it?
Yeah.
Big Al's got a good run.
He does.
Hold 6th place there.
I had a really good camera angle on that. That was pretty cool.
So it's important, while these drivers do fight for position, that they don't break 1 second to the car in front of them. That's going to be very important here. Once they lose that DRS, it's going to be very hard to come back. The raw pace is not necessarily going to determine this.
As we say that, our leaders, Charlie and Matt Dubry, have just broken DRS, and Feber gets his first penalty.
Those penalties are going to be deadly with this train as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. So,
and Feber, he's got no ERS as well. I'm just noticing he's really trying to stick behind Geordie here. Yeah. Everyone's using a lot of ERS actually.
They're all pushing mega hard to try and keep in that train. Potsy on the mediums is catching up to Wahid.
And T-Mac says, hello, I want that.
T-Mac, yeah, T-Mac on the softs is getting a little bit more grip. Saying that that's not going to last. If Potsy can just keep it up, the soft runners are either going to have to pit or they're just going to be slower. So PTR is side by side with Combined. I'll make a bit of contact there on the front wheel. And Ali calls a multi-21 situation.
Well, T-Mac has around 90% ERS and Potsy had like none. So maybe a good call there as Madsword gets 3 seconds down in 14th.
Yeah. So Trin can confirm, as he's probably sitting in the Williams chat, there was a multi-21 situation.
Potsy's up in front again here, so... Who's got more pace? It's hard to tell with the different compounds.
If they swap around again, is that a multi-12?
Teammate got a game for you, so I think that was why. But
I'll have to get Trin to confirm the Williams calls for us.
Trin, obviously, Williams Tier 2 driver, but also helping out the Tier 1 guys. They're all sort of involved in each other's races here.
Oh, T-Mac getting very squirrely out of turn 3. Potsy will overtake him again.
And this is what I'm talking about. He's broken 1 second with Wahid now.
Yeah, that's a bit silly. Oh, big lock up by T-Mac as he gets past Potsy again.
And T-Mac has to be in front. Oh, there's another freeze there. I just saw that.
Yeah, he nearly took Potsy's wing off. Potsy has a bit of a snap of oversteer, corrects it, catches it.
T-Mac has to be the one to sort of catch up to Wahid here and get back off in DRS.
So T-Mac does have the ERS for it though, he's on about 60%, whereas poor Potsy's down at 10.
The other ones up front are starting to save a little bit now. The 2 leading drivers are on 50%, 60%.
Yeah. So Geordie's the one that's got to try and catch up to them, and he's got 30, so he's way down. Penalties are just flooding in now.
That's from Geordie and Apollo. So 3 key runners already have penalties.
I like that, Trin. I like that. So, let's look at this battle up the front for a couple of seconds. Matt Dabry is slowly catching Charlie, and they're on about the same ERS. So, I'd be very interested to see which one of these guys blinks first in pits and goes for the undercut.
But for rain coming towards the end, an undercut is looking a lot more tempting than usual.
That's true.
Although drivers, if they're going to pit, they will pull towards the right before the second last turn 9.
They better pull towards the right before the second last turn.
If they don't, then they'll get a slap on the wrist as Lotus gets 3 seconds. He's down in 17th right now, but Ferrari's not having the best of days as Charlie spins!
Does he? Oh!
And it's just on his own there, Gus gets 3 seconds.
No, I see him. He's on doesn't make the safest re-entry.
No, he would have been killed multiple times there, but regardless.
Does he have any damage?
No, doesn't look like it.
Okay, that's going to cost him dearly though. So
He can pull a comeback, maybe. He's only in 11th.
yeah, that is going to leave Matt Dabry in a very good position.
It is. I mean, you don't want to say the race is yours already because you've still got 28 laps of running in. You don't want to get pins or anything, but
No, you got to stay clean.
he's in a very good spot right now. Ali showing his excitement towards Charlie's. That is very unfortunate though. It's always good to see because again, a guaranteed new race winner this weekend. Charlie would have been great to get it actually.
So Big Al is. I was going to say he's making up some time to Pepsi, but it doesn't look like it anymore.
Yeah, Geordie Fever and Pepsi seem to have been welded together as Apollo gets another 3 seconds. It feels like this race is going to be decided by who gets the least penalties, frankly.
I believe that's going to be the case, especially if we have a safety car towards the latter half of the race. So Combine gets past PTR on the uphill straight. I don't know what that straight's called. Does it have a name?
The uphill straight. We named it.
Wow, I'm so creative.
Oh, PTR on Combined, sorry, for 9th place.
Yeah, fighting
Now, hang on,
back
these guys are
hard.
fighting early.
Combined sort of nudges him out, but they're still sort of side by side. PTR pulls out ahead, probably gets a bit of traction out of the corner.
Yeah, you got a bit of run there for sure. And these soft runners will be starting to get a bit less grip now.
Yeah. I would expect them to pit soon. T-Mac has actually made up a lot of time to Wahid. Definitely within DRS range again, and probably very close to being within striking distance of him.
Only 3 seconds now.
Charlie's pushing really hard.
I'm just on board with Potsy here, just watching him drive, seeing how he is compared to the soft runners, and he's really fighting the car right now. He seems to be getting a lot of oversteer. So I'm hoping he can sort of keep it tidy, doesn't make a mistake here, because it seems very easy to do so. This train, well, look how tight it is.
It's close, man. This is a close battle up here. Everyone in front here.
And I gotta say, it's great to see Apollo up in 4th. He has his races, and this looks like one of them. As Lotus leaves the session, and that's a Davatari that's spun around to turn 3. That was Metzoid.
Oh no.
I'm just checking if there was damage. Baby gets another 3 seconds. That's 6 seconds for him now. Oh, is he? No, he's just fallen behind the head, so he's lost a few spots there.
Yeah, I don't know. He must have had a bit of a slip. As I said, these tyres. Oh, he's obviously coming into pit. Fever nearly hits him.
Well, hey, Matsuo didn't get damaged there, just to confirm, and I have the question in chat, why did the guys in pits go into hard? Because they don't want to pit again, potentially. They don't want to have to make another pit stop, so they want to go to the end, pretty much.
The hard tyre lasts a lot longer than the other compounds, so the softs are the weakest. They're the fastest tyre, but also the weakest. The mediums are sort of in the middle, and the hards last the longest, but they are the slowest tyre. And you also have to use 2 tyre compounds in a dry race.
Yes, Wahid, pitted for mediums. I think he's banking on the rain coming towards the end of the race.
He must be, as Revo says, the mediums are not going to last all the way. Lotus is disconnected though.
Yeah, just in the middle of the track. That's technically what we want, to be fair. If people are to leave, that is.
Yeah. Okay, so just catching up again. It looks like Big Al is popping into the pits.
Apollo's going to move on Geordie while all that was happening. But Geordie's back a couple of seconds. He must have lost some time. Made a mistake.
Yeah, Matt Dabry is sort of just extending that lead. Geordie is definitely having some issues on those softs. He just had a massive massive moment in turn 1. It looks like he's still, even up the hill, he's battling with the car.
Ghosted. Is he paused? He must be. He's ghosted on my end. He's definitely going slower. AI is driving.
It looks like.
And Lotus is back, so it looks like a disconnection from him.
Yeah, Geordie's probably disconnected too, which is why he's dropping back. That's going to hurt him, unfortunate. So Feber is making up quite a few spots. He's currently sitting in 4th, right behind Potsy. I'm actually surprised that these softs are running so long. Everyone's softs are really pushing these tyres. The sky is also getting quite dark now.
It's very dark now. I've just, if PDR gets 3 seconds.
There we go. Matt Dabry is pitting, and Feber's pitting right behind him.
Just for yellow flag, that's Alpha Terry again, and that is Gus Rules. And he has no damage.
Alright, so we had Matt Dabry pit.
Everyone's blinking here, but they're going, well, some are going for meds. Geordie's gone for meds. Most people are going hards.
I think the guys on mediums might have the right strategy here if it's going to start raining.
Yeah, but we can't guarantee how long it'll take for the track to get wet is the problem.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
I don't know the gap between the mediums and hards in terms of pace, but there's a reason why people run soft hards.
Yeah.
Podsy's in a good spot here.
He is. He is. Oh, if you started on hards, you'd probably be well away because it is going to start raining soon. As Matt Dabry gets a really silly penalty then.
So Matt's gone softs. That's how close he thinks the rain is coming.
I didn't even notice. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, so I was checking to see who had stopped. So Matt's the first of the ones that have stopped, so he retains his lead effectively.
Yeah.
We're saying the gap between mids and hards is about 5 tenths, so it would make sense, I suppose, to go on to hards. There's an idea behind that.
Yeah. Okay, so with Matt Dabry pitting soft, I think you're right. I think he's banking on this rain coming down soon.
Well,
so he's thinking we can move on Bandcamp. Bandcamp obviously not really going to fight it. There's no point.
People stretching out these softs. I don't know how they haven't come in yet, frankly.
I wonder if they're trying to push and wait for the rain, but you can't do it on the soft. Surely they'd be screaming by now.
And even if so, it will take time for the track to get dry. Oh, wet, sorry.
Yeah, so I'm just watching the battle here between Combined and PTR.
That's been brewing for quite a while now. Matt's the effective race leader. He's in 5th place.
It has.
Next will be Pepsi in 7th place, the 2nd, effectively.
So we race with dynamic weather, which means it's going to be it's random. Certain tracks obviously have a lot more chance. Okay, PTR and Combined both pitting now. So certain tracks have a lot more chance of rain than other tracks, and it is random. So it can, for example, light rain, heavy rain. It can rain at the start, at the end, the whole race. It's dynamic.
Psycho, do you have to
I do. I do have a
cool. I would have otherwise.
Not letting
Matt just got 3 seconds, and Matt Cadabry, sorry, sits at 105.8. Matt Sawyer there with the 3 seconds, sorry. So Geordie must have dropped out. That's what I alluded to anyway. So while Psycho's doing that, so Matt's in 3rd. The only people left to pit, Potsy, T-Mac, and Band and Gus. Also Panda, Hobbsy, and Lotus both in the last 3 spots. We'll need to pit again, obviously.
Good point by Revo. You should just be able to join.
Yeah.
But I sent him an invite anyway. So, yeah, you're right.
T-Mac
T-Mac pitting. He does blink.
He kind of has to. He's lost too much time already. But
Yeah.
we'll see where he pops out. Then there we go. Pepsi on the mediums for 105.5.
Yeah, okay. Mediums are doing some work now. Ooh.
So Geordie's race. Sorry, Charlie there for 104.9.
Yeah. Let's see. Fever is pretty close to Wahid there.
So Potsy's still leading. Don't know how those mids are doing right now, but can't imagine they're doing too well compared to the drivers behind them.
No, I think Bandcamp is sort of struggling a little bit too, because it's only it's Potsy, Band, and Gus all haven't pitted yet. Then obviously our hard runners at the back also haven't pitted.
Potsy just set at 107.7 on his last lap. I'm just watching Matt as he comes across now, and he just hit a 106.3, so he's reeling in Potsy right now.
Yeah, okay. So he is absolutely flying. There's a bit of the field's sort of spread out at the moment.
Yeah, that sort of made flurry towards the pits. Everyone's a slightly different idea as to what the right strategy is. It sort of spaced things out a little, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it has, and it is interesting though. That nearly everyone has sort of gone with a completely different strategy.
Strats have really decided this, and the real winner here, I'm still going to say, Apollo Pepsi is effectively second place right now.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well. I feel like Matt Dabry might have had a fantastic stroke of genius if the rain comes very soon. Swapping on to another set of softs.
Potsy 3 seconds. And Pens will decide this for sure. Matt's got it 3 seconds and Pepsi has at least 6.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Wahid get any. I know Phoebe's got a 3 second.
So Wahid is sort of, I think he's reeling in Bandcamp as well, because Band's on those old mediums. They would be getting close to their end of life. I don't think they're good for much more than 22, 23 laps. Gus picks up a penalty too. Unfortunate for him. Oh, okay. So we jump up with Fever. Fever's caught up to Wahid pretty quickly on those hards as they bang wheels coming around that corner. And it looks like the traction's pretty even. Yeah. Fever seems to have just pulled out ahead. Bit of contact. Nothing major.
Wahid running in there. The view from Big House Car was perfect there, but Fever does get a hit there.
Charlie is looking to get past Big Al. Charlie also on the softs?
Yes.
Oh, gets a much better exit. Using all of his ERS. Absolutely.
That's backboard off the turn 8.
Let's see. Late on the brakes. Sort of puts him off track a little bit, but pretty clean overtake. Not too bad.
Phoebe's got banned here for sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Matt Boyd just went off on turn 8, no damage there, down 16th.
Oh no.
Yeah,
it's not a very good race.
Having the best of days, yeah.
No.
We're past the halfway point here, and the rain still has not come, and these soft runners might be squirming a little right now.
I'd say these medium runners are definitely in pain, as Wahid and Charlie get past Band in one corner. So I'm a bit concerned for these medium runners. I don't think their tyres are going to make it.
Potsy and Band?
Yeah.
And Gus?
And Gus.
Yeah, for sure. These soft runners as well, there's a bit of a cushion mark over them as well.
Yeah, Matt Dabry might have made a mistake.
Same for Charlie, although I guess it was a educated gamble.
Yeah. Getting a little squirrely off of the exit of turn 1, but he seems to have recovered as he'll fly past Wahid. overtake on while he's got no ERS left. Can't even defend if he wanted to.
Neil of DRS on Fever, and then 5 seconds up the road will be Mr. Pepsi.
Charlie's done very well to recover. He's only about 11-12 seconds off Matt Dabry.
Off the penalties as well, but he's done pretty well to recover, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Again, it's the penalties here. It's the penalties.
He's got some pace. Let's see. Fever does not have enough ERS to defend this. I think Charlie's going to take him on the main straight.
We'll harvest a little bit here, but not quite enough.
Not enough to defend against this attack.
No. He may be able to defend. Gus gets 3 seconds, but yeah, look at this. He's waiting. Is Charlie?
Yeah.
We're sure of it in this one.
Let's see. Is Fever even? Fever is in overtake. He's trying to defend as hard as he can.
PTR makes a move on Ben for 8th.
But he sort of knows there's no real point. Charlie will go up the inside, block him out.
I think I'm seeing raindrops.
That is definitely raindrops.
So for these soft runs, I can breathe a sigh of relief for now.
Yeah, but you know how sometimes it can take a long time for it to get wet enough?
Yes.
Like sometimes it can just
Only
start bucketing, other times it's a bit of a slow process.
Panda's gambling on the fast process, it seems, as Lotus gets 3 seconds.
Are you serious, Pat? Yeah, okay, Panda's on the...
Look, there's spray already. There's spray already, and Potsy's pitted.
Panda's on the Intis. They haven't even deactivated DRS yet.
Not too sure. Well, Panda's that far behind. He may as well check it for his teammate. He may check the conditions.
I think
This is more for his teammate than anything else.
I think his tyres are going to overheat. He's going to wreck his tyres before it's wet enough.
But he'll be able to make the call at the right time for his teammate, is the idea.
Yeah, okay, so Potsy's... Oh, Potsy! Mediums didn't last him long enough. He's pitted for the softs.
No.
So, Matt Dabry and Charlie are going to try and push their softs out. So, hopefully only do a one-stop. Potsy, I think he's going to have to stop again. That's really hurt his chances.
That's a shame. He must not have been able to stay out longer. Bandit and Gus, they're pretty good conservative drivers. They will conserve their tyre wear. Potsy may have just been pushing a bit too much, which you can't blame him being in the lead, I suppose. Diminishing depth to Matt as well.
Yep. Okay, so T-Mac is making some headway on PTR as Potsy comes flying past T-Mac.
Yeah, T-Mac just lets him by there.
He's looking to get past PTR too. Yep, no issue at all.
So I thought there was spray when Panda was coming out of the pits, but I guess there wasn't. I'm just keeping a close eye and seeing when it's wet enough, but the track still looks pretty dry.
Yeah.
Peter coming into the pit a bit prematurely, I'd feel. But we'll see.
Revo pointing out the 20 laps in the mediums is a decent chunk. Yeah, yeah, those tyres would be pretty much at the end of their life, wouldn't they?
Yeah, 62 yellow flag. That's McLaren, and that is Wahid.
Wahid had a bit of a moment.
That's him down. He was in a good position there.
Yeah, I'd say the track is getting a little slippery.
And these changeable conditions, it's important to not make a mistake, obviously, otherwise you lose positions in time. Matt's still holding out strong up front. He's done a 108.8 on the soft tyres.
PTR.
Pepsi did a 108.5.
PTR also pitted for Inters.
Yeah, he came in with 7 lap-old mediums. Panda just did a 118.7 on the Inters, so we're nowhere near the crossover point yet.
No.
So these soft runners are going to have no choice at some point. They're going to have to come in for Inters.
Yeah, I think Matt Dabry's probably 2 or 3 laps off having to come in. They haven't deactivated DRS yet, have they?
Mid-high trials it's Inters. Okay.
Let's see in a second if Potsy opens up DRS on Fever.
Opsy's coming in. Big Al has just come in as well.
I think they might have deactivated DRS. Potsy didn't use it just then on Fever.
Lotus isn't open currently.
Yeah, he does? Okay.
Yeah, so it's still on.
Potsy might have been out of DRS range.
I'm just keeping a close eye on Matt's lap times here. Sector 1 yellow flag, that is Lotus on turn 1.
So, Potsy's made up about a second on Fever in Sector 2.
Ooh. It's mad. Okay, lap times are starting to fall hard. Matt's just on a 110.3, Macadabri that is. Apollo's just on a 109.6. He's reeling a Matt now with the softs wearing down, obviously. Charlie's on a 110.4. Again, he's on old softs. Potsy's on a 108.9. He's on some pretty good softs.
Yeah, a couple of guys are pitting now for Inters. I'd say it's probably close to time.
It's getting close for sure.
But yeah, I see what Revo's saying. The softs, because they obviously don't run as cold as the hards do.
Yes, but this gives Pepsi a chance to reel in Matt actually, and maybe get. Well, the DRS won't be on, obviously, I suppose, but he'll be within a good distance, maybe.
Yeah. Alright, a couple of guys pitting. So, yeah, Band obviously making the call. Gus is Gus? No, Gus is still
Gus has stayed out, yeah. Sector 3 yellow flag, that's again.
Thanks for the follow, dude. Appreciate that. I'm not going to try and pronounce that name.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Lotus is spun going into the pit, and that's a fair bit of wing off.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
He ghosted, thankfully, as Matt did come into the pits, and I think the lap times have come down enough for more drivers to come in.
Potsy just crossed the line on a 109.7 on the softs.
Yep.
That's still not too bad race pace wise.
Yeah. According to Revo's saying, what Revo's saying anyway, so Pepsi stayed out. He wants to get a bit more time, potentially. But Potsy's on new softs pretty much, so that's understandable as well. But Matt is the first of the intermediate runners.
Yep, he's thrown on his inter shoes, and we'll see what he does. Matt Soyd is going to have to pit soon. 12 lap old soft cannot be feeling... Oh, he's in the pits. Okay, good.
Good call.
Yeah.
Still some old ones out here. T-Mac has been getting screen freezes all race apparently. He just let by Matt for third. Didn't want to cause an incident.
Revo pointing out the delta between the soft and the wet is much higher.
Pepsi is pulling in now. See what Potsy does. Looks like he's staying out. Oh no, he's coming in. Oh, never mind. I thought he would pull to the right for the slip lane, but that's okay.
There you go.
And
DRS is now disabled.
So perfect timing for Pepsi and Potsy. Now let's see where Potsy comes out. Now, Matt's going to take him here for sure. And the gap stayed about the same, is it? Oh, Matt's gone way wide.
Oh no. Potsy looks pretty comfortable in third.
Oh, he does. Wow. Well, would you look at that?
Yeah,
and T-Mac, he's coming to... Oh, no, he was on mids. My bad, sorry.
Yeah, T-Mac.
Fever in fourth, Charlie fifth, combined up into sixth.
So, how many times has he pitted Potsy? Potsy's only pitted twice.
Yeah, only twice, yeah.
Okay.
Band has done a one stop. Same for Gus, and Geordie has just come in again now.
Yeah, so Geordie's in for a second stop now. Alright, well, most guys have pitted twice.
So the one stop from mids to inters was possible, although probably advised against.
Oh no, the hards would have been the cobble.
For sure.
Alright, so everyone is on the inters now. And now it's just a case of trying to make his tyres last and keeping the car on track. With 9 laps to go.
Yeah, this vaguely reminds me of Monaco Season 4. Where Macadabri threw on the inters first and then ended up securing a race win out of nowhere as PTR gets 3 seconds time penalty. It always seems fitting for him to be in a winning position in the wet here, and it's certainly looking like it again here. Lap 28 of 36.
Yeah. There's no close battles really at the moment. I think Band's the closest on track to PTR.
Interesting that he's catching up to him, actually. Well, yeah, he'd have a toe at the very least, I suppose.
He'd get a bit of a toe up the hill. He's got a lot more energy to play with than PTR does. And he's absolutely using it.
Since Season 3, Revo's won all the races coming into Season 5 here at Austria. There's only been 4 different podium sitters, and that's Revo, Mikhail, Seb, and Pacey. So everyone is guaranteed. Like we're going to have new podium sitters, new race winners, and everything. And actually, no, because the fastest lap in Season 4, or Season 4, I can't remember which season now. One of the seasons.
Oh, Red Panda died.
And that's on turn 6.
Yeah, Red Panda's off the track.
And that's a safety car which will bunch up the field. And this is what you're talking about, Psycho.
Now those penalties are really going to hurt them.
Pepsi had 6 seconds, Matt had 3 seconds. I don't think I saw Potsy get one. Fever has 3, Charlie's got at least 6, I think. Wow, I was about to say, sorry, Lotus did have the fastest lap in one of the past races. I don't recall the other, but this Lotus gets 3 seconds under the safety car. Inconsequential, of course.
Yep. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Safety car will probably be 3 laps of that, so we might have 5 or 6 laps. Oh, not even 6, probably 4 or 5 laps of racing.
Didn't this happen last week?
It did. I feel like it did.
We had like 2 laps of racing after it.
Yeah, that was interesting. That kept it very interesting. So, wow, this is actually really cool. I think this is going to be a lot of fun.
This is going to be...
Safety car restarts in the wet are always so much fun. It's just so chaotic.
In the wet, with 4 laps to go around Austria, potentially, and when you're in a position to win, like, if you're Pepsi even, like, jeez, man.
Oh. Your heart would be hammering.
Had a sprint to the finish at Austria in Season 2 as well. Well, there we go, history repeats itself.
Wet rest goes towards the end. Yeah, okay, it does. Exactly.
Season 1 and 2 being, I guess, sort of the proclaimed sort of dark ages. Not info.com. Not one of the veterans of the league.
He's been here for a while. Band is hitting? He might have damage.
Not seeing it. Well, mainly because I can't go off on board with him.
Yeah, he is.
I'll keep an eye on it.
He is pitting though.
There's no wing ready, so he's putting on a fresh set of inters.
Okay. I guess he just wants a fresh set for the end of the race. He'll lose a couple of positions though. I don't think that was worth it. In saying that, if you're out of the points, might as well risk it.
I don't know if he's... I don't know how fast the inters were around here is the thing. I don't know if it'd be worth it to put on a new set. You wouldn't gain enough time in the last couple of laps.
No, the only ones that might feel it, I think, might be Big Al and PTR.
Even then, they'd surely be able to hold their ground. But...
Hobbsy, having a Spinella at turn 1.
So abandoned 13th, so I don't think he lost too many places. I think he was only in 10th or 11th.
He only lost about 2 places.
Yeah, he may have felt that was worth it then. Now, the 2 AlphaTauris have spun at least twice this race. They're in 11th and 12th right now, so their persistence is really paying off.
Lovely. Oh, Hobbsy is really squirrely.
Hobbsy 14th, Geordie as well, bit of a lifeline back in, although I think he's not in the... No, Geordie isn't in the race, sorry, my bad.
I'm just going to sit on with... Yeah, he's... Oh, Hobbsy, come on! 3 second time penalty under safety car.
Same for Matsoid as well. Yep.
Oh dear, okay. That's kind of a silly mistake.
And let me just outline the significance here. So, we've only had 2 race winners this season, and it's Revo and Mikhail.
Yeah.
Matt Cadabri, that is, has had 2 podiums this season. Potsy's had 2 podiums this season as well. Sorry, my bad. Macra's had 3 penalties, sorry, my bad. Pepsi has had a podium as well in Monaco this season.
Pepsi had. Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, so these drivers have pace, and I mean, all of them frankly deserve the win here.
I think it's more or less going to come down to penalties. Whoever has the least penalties is going to win this race.
Even last season, it was Revo and Mikel Sepe had the wins, so this is very exciting for Tier 1.
I'm just sticking on board with Hobbsy because there's a really good chance he's going to bin it before the end of the safety car period. No, he's caught up now. That's going to be the end of that, unfortunately. It's coming down now. It's really pouring.
Just scrolling through to see how many race wins any of them have had. So Matt Cadabri has had 4 race wins in Tier 2.
Yeah.
Pepsi, I don't think he has had one. You have to go back to Season 1, Season 2, if anything. I don't know anything about those seasons.
Alright, well... everyone seems to have caught up, so I dare say this is going to be the end of the safety car, hopefully. Which means we're going to have 3 laps of racing.
Oh jeez, that long. Okay.
I was kind of expecting 4.
33 to 36 is 4. 33, 34, 35, 36.
Oh, you're right, sorry. Ali pointing out that he is actually a world champion.
Ali is indeed a one-time world champion. We can confirm that. Tier 2 champion in season... Wait, hang on, wait, was he? Wait, hang on! Hang on!
He might be messing with you.
No, he is. That's right. That's right.
Win.
I remember now. Yeah, he was. Season 4, Tier 2. Yeah, I had to make sure.
Yeah.
It was that close that season. That was great.
Yeah, okay. So... safety car is coming in this lap, and Matt Dabra is holding the whole field up. As
4 lap sprint.
As is his right to do. So we'll see when he pulls the trigger. I'm going to sit on board with Pepsi.
Big Al and Combined have an incident.
Collisions.
Big Al may have just gone into him.
Oh, Matt Dabra gets a really good launch. Pepsi, not so much. Potsy gets also a fantastic launch on Pepsi.
Big Al doesn't get any damage from that with Combined, by the way.
That's good. Everyone's really careful. Fiba is very game, so is Charlie.
That's Metsoid off.
Metsoid spun. Okay. Oh, massive dive on the inside by Charlie. Gets a position on Fiba. Actually, they're still fighting side by side. It looks like Fiba's getting a bit of traction. No, not quite. Charlie's got a bit of traction.
That put a little gap to Pepsi.
Charlie way later on the brakes. Still fighting pretty hard side by side. Oh! Bit of contact there by Charlie. I don't think he meant to do that.
No, all fair and well. I think he was just trying to go on the power and accidentally kick the tail out, yeah. Matt's already pulled a second on Pepsi here. Potsy is right on Pepsi.
He is. What a restart.
So Big Al must have hit Combined from behind. No damage involved there, obviously, but Big Al's got 5 seconds over him there.
Yeah, okay, that's going to push him down in the rankings quite a bit.
Let me just check, see if Potsy has pins, because I do not know.
Ali
Combined was sleeping.
Fair enough, fair enough. Ali would know, he's probably sitting right next to Big Al. Okay, so Potsy is... yeah, he's close, as Fiba and Charlie are still going at it. They're still side by side. This time Fiba has the inside line, though. Okay.
And I will confirm, Potsy does have 3 seconds as well.
Okay.
So all the drivers up front have at least 3 seconds of penalties. I know Pepsi has 6 and Charlie has 6, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it's going to hurt. Pepsi's going to kick himself for that.
So Matt wouldn't be worried by having 1 penalty right now.
Oh, Charlie getting very squirrely out of sector 2. Could barely catches the car. Bit of a gap forming now, but Potsy is getting close to Pepsi.
Bit of a train 10th down as well. Gusrell seems to be holding up some drivers here.
Yeah, Band is close, so is Geordie looking to make moves.
Opsy's in there as well, wow, imagine.
Is it worth tabbing down?
Nah, not really.
Okay.
Compared to the fight up front, sorry.
Yeah,
no offense to the guys behind.
Fair enough. I'm just sitting on board with Potsy now as I think he's gonna look at making a move very soon.
I'll keep posted on what's going on down bottom, but there's 2 battles going on here, and one for 1 point. And that's Lotus off
Yellow
into
flag?
the wall.
Lotus
That's
in
just
the wall?
Lotus.
Okay.
Right down.
You say it like, oh, it's just Lotus, it's fine.
There's been so many offs this race.
Alright, so...
Yeah, the gaps are really exploding, but Potsy is right on Pepsi. As Charlie gets another 3 seconds.
Oh, that's gonna hurt him. That's really gonna hurt him.
Race director of top 6. I can tell you, Matt Dabry has 3 seconds. Pepsi's got at least 6. Potsy has 3. Fever has 3. And Charlie has at least 6. To comb through the rest right now, won't have enough time as we are onto the last lap.
Hubsy looks like he's just made a move on Big Al. No, Big Al, I mean Gus. I don't know what's the Big Al.
Potsy's up to 6 seconds of pins now.
Oh no, come on. You're throwing away the podium, guys.
Fever might have another one, I don't know. I don't want to confirm it, I'm not sure.
At this point, Matt Dabry's laughing all the way to the bank as we are into the last lap. Potsy,
Matt's made a little...
yeah, Potsy's very close to Pepsi, but he's just not, he just can't get him.
I think Matt went a bit wide, but got a better exit there because of that.
Yeah, I don't know if Potsy's going to be able to get past Pepsi if they both got 6 seconds.
Gus Russell slipped back from 10th, he's now in 12th, and Wahid holds 10th place.
Alright, we're getting very close to the end of this race now in the final sector. And Potsy got a much better exit then. Oh, bit of a snap on the steering wheel. It's not going to be enough to get past Pepsi. Oh, they're on the line.
Matt will win this race here at Austria.
Yeah, he will come across victorious with Pepsi and Potsy obviously both having 6 seconds. Fever and Charlie coming across.
Combined!
Charlie dropping quite a few positions. Combined, had a very clean race, gets up to 4th place. He's shot up a lot. Okay, not too much movement on the standings. Combined, obviously having a fantastic showing.
That just shows you how important it is to be consistent, yeah?
Yeah.
Matt with the win.
PTR, driver of the day.
Did pretty well to get up there, all things considered.
He did.
Pepsi in second. Good showing from him and Potsy getting another podium.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's take a look at these standings and just dissect it quickly. So, Matt Dabry having 3 seconds of penalties, obviously pretty safe up in first place. Congratulations to him on the win. First win in Tier 1, doing a lot of work for Red Bull. Pepsi in second place, Potsy in third. Penalties playing a big part. Combined had 5 seconds worth of penalties. If he had none, he would
be second.
He would be in second place.
And that may have been from the shunt with Big Al. I'm not sure. So
actually,
that might be
if that's from the shunt and it was Big Al's fault, depending on how this pans out, he could end up on the podium.
He may appeal that to the stewards and it can be changed post-race. We'll have to see what happens.
We will
also, Band shooting up to 10th with having no penalties.
Oh, well done to Band. Well done to Band having a clean race. So, yeah, just shows how important it is to keep it clean. Anyway, that's enough from us for now. So, thank you guys for joining us for the stream. Don't go anywhere. The stream's going to end briefly and then restart shortly after with Band and Gus, I believe, for Tier 2. So, that's coming up next. Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. This has been Psycho and Jacob. See you guys next time.
See you.